Hello everyone, this is Kashif Kamran. I welcome you all to the Advanced Audit and Assurance online classes for exams in 2020 and 2021. This is the orientation session for the Advanced Audit and Assurance course. Now, first of all, before I start on with the orientation of the Advanced Audit and Assurance course, I would formally like to introduce myself. Now, in terms of my tutor profile, I am Kashif Kamran, a fellow chartered certified accountant. I do have a certificate in international auditing, and I am a CA finalist from the Institute of Chartered Accountant of Pakistan. I have worked for 6 years at Deloitte, Pakistan, prior to joining the ACCA education industry. I teach papers AA, that is Audit and Assurance, AAA, Advanced Audit and Assurance, and SPL, which is the Strategic Business Leader. It's been 13 plus years since I am associated with teaching the ACCA qualification. I head the online lecturer academy platform through which you are taking these classes. I also work at the Bani School of Accountancy, which is a platinum approved learning provider of ACCA in Karachi, Pakistan. I have conducted 9 consecutive ACCA Advanced Audit and Assurance webinars, which is the highest by any tutor. And I have conducted these webinars from March 2018 to March 2020. My pass rates for AAA are above the global averages in each exam setting. Now that's a short tutor profile. With that, I'm moving forward now to the orientation of the Advanced Audit and Assurance, which will help you understand all you want to know about the Advanced Audit and Assurance paper. Now, a lot of my students have been place winners in different years. Some of them have been place winners from Pakistan, and some of them have been place winners from Iran, Oman, Australia, Saudi Arabia, Caribbean, Sri Lanka, UAE, and Thailand. Now, obviously, that means that if you put efforts and if you put the right efforts, you can be among the place winners for Advanced Audit and Assurance. Now, the place winner bracket for Advanced Audit and Assurance is not very high marks. If you surpass 70 marks, you are in a very high zone of attaining a place winner position, because most of these place winners are into 70s. None of these place winners are into 80s. So if you plan things well, and if you follow the instruction of the tutor in a careful manner, you can be in the list of the place winners as well. So AAA is not a difficult paper. It is a challenging paper, and you can overcome the challenge with the proper approach given by the tutor. So let's start with the introduction of the AAA paper. Now, about the AAA paper. The very first thing you should be knowing about the AAA paper is the knowledge inputs. There are 2 knowledge inputs required for the AAA paper. Number 1 is the AA paper, and number 2 is the SBR paper. Now, you should be well versed in these 2 papers. You should be good in your AA paper, and obviously you have given your AA paper prior to the AAA paper. And it is highly recommendable that you have given your SBR paper prior to the AAA paper, or you are giving the SBR paper alongside the AAA paper, because that can really be a complement. How can SBR be supportful to AAA, and what contribution SBR plays in a AAA paper? I will be guiding you that in my orientation session today. But these are 2 areas, 2 papers of ACC qualification, which are well connected with the AAA paper. And that is the reason that you should plan your AAA paper in a very careful manner. AA followed by SPR. Then after that, you should think about the AAA paper. That is the best strategy which can enable you to pass the AAA paper. Now, what's the contribution of AA? That's more logical because it's the audit and assurance paper. But what exactly is the contribution of the SPR paper? And what sort of things are we looking for from the SPR paper to be carried forward to the AAA paper? Just hold for that. I will be giving you a proper answer for that. Now, moving away from the knowledge inputs, looking at the paper format. The paper format for AAA is 3 questions which are all compulsory. Again, repeating, all compulsory. Now, in terms of the 3 questions in the paper, you have a section A and you have a section B. In the section A of the paper, you have a question number 1, which is worth 50 marks. And in the section B of the paper, you have a question number 2 and a question number 3, each worth 25 marks. So you have in total 3 questions, 1 for 50 marks and 2 for 25 marks, making up a 100 marks paper. But do remember that all compulsory questions, so there is no choice. So 3 questions, section A, section B. 1 question for 50 marks and 2 questions for 25 marks. Now, is there any element that the student should know that which topic will come in question 1 or which topic will come in question 2 or which topic will come in question 3? Is there any such element? Yes, there is, and you have to wait for that to find the answer. But there is an element where you can plan yourself. There is an element which can control your stress level in the AAA paper, because you exactly know what sort of things can come in question 1, what sort of things can come in question 2, and what sort of things can come in question number 3. So I will be guiding you about that. But the paper format is not difficult. You have 3 hours and 15 minutes of the total time, in which obviously you have the reading and planning time and you have the writing time. But in 3 hours and 15 minutes, managing 3 questions is not difficult, provided you write complete and concise answer. But if you write long answers, you write lengthy answers, then obviously completing a 100 marks paper, a theoretical paper, becomes very, very difficult. Now, I will be discussing a lot more on the paper format and a lot more about the question number 1, the 2, the 3, but that's just an introductory phase of telling you that you have 3 questions and they are all compulsory questions. Now, moving ahead and coming back with the connection of the paper with the syllabus, let's first find out what is the syllabus for AAA. If you look at the syllabus for AAA, the AAA syllabus is divided into 7 areas as per the ACCA syllabus guide for AAA. The 7 syllabus areas are alphabetically numbered. The syllabus area A, which is the regulatory environment. The syllabus area B, which is ethical and professional matters. The syllabus area C, which is the quality control and practice management. The syllabus area D, which is planning. The syllabus area E, which is completion, review, and reporting. Syllabus area F, which is other assignments. And the last syllabus area, the syllabus area G, which is current issues. So these are alphabetically 7 syllabus areas from A to G. Now, is there any correlation of these syllabus areas with your 3 questions you get in the paper? Let's find out, and let's give you a better understanding of the paper and the syllabus, and let's give you a better understanding of how the AA and the SPR will connect with the syllabus area. Now, if you look at the syllabus areas and you look at the first 4 syllabus areas, which I have colored in the gray, A, B, C, D. Now, when you look at the A, B, C, D, which is in the gray color, and you try to connect them with your paper, section A, which is for 50 marks in your paper, these 4 syllabus areas are part of section A. Let's see what is the examiner telling us about these 4 syllabus areas connecting with the section A. Examiner says will be tested in the question 1 case study. But then you have to be very watchful. Not just will be tested in the question 1 case study. You look at the note number after that. The note says syllabus area A, syllabus area B, and syllabus area C can also be tested in question 2 and question 3. Examiner is saying syllabus area A, B, and C can also be tested in question 2 or 3. But examiner is not saying syllabus area D. That means the syllabus area D definitely will come in section A. Now that means when you look at the question number 1, which is in section A, syllabus area D is a must. Syllabus area D is a must in the question number 1. But can you get the syllabus area A, B, and C in the question number 1? Yes. And can you also get the syllabus area A, B, C in the question number 2 and 3? Yes. So can syllabus area A, B, C be repeated multiple times in a 100 marks paper? Yes. Can they be in the question number 1 at the same time, and at the same time they are in the question number 2? Yes, they can be. So syllabus area A, B, C is flexible. It can be in question number 1, it can be in question number 2, it can be in question number 3. But the syllabus area D is a static area. It is static, and it is only confined to the question number 1. So syllabus area D will not move from section A to section B. Syllabus area D will remain in section A. So that's how the section A looks like. Now, when you look at the section B, and now moving ahead of that, and if I look at the section B, which is E and F, you can look at the red color now. Syllabus area E and syllabus area F in the red. Examiner says this is section B, and now the examiner is very clear in terms of the wordings. Examiner is saying will only be tested in question 2 and 3. Will only. I hope you can see this word only. Will only. That means syllabus area E cannot move in section A. Syllabus area F cannot move in section A. Can you expect a syllabus area E in section A? No. Can you expect syllabus area F in section A? No. Because examiner is saying will only be tested in question 2 and 3. So where will you find the syllabus area E? Either in 2 or 3. Where will you find the syllabus area F? Either in 2 or 3. So syllabus area E and F is confined to section B only. Can you find syllabus area E and F in section A? No. Can you find syllabus area A, B, C in section B? Yes. Can you find syllabus area D in section B? No, because we know syllabus area D is a static syllabus area which is in the section A, but syllabus area A, B, and C can be in the question number 1, they can be in the question number 2, they can be in the question number 3. So some of the syllabus areas are static. D is static. D can only come in section A. E is static, it can only come in section B. F is static, it can only come in section B. ABC is flexible. ABC can move from section A to section B and can be present in both. So please be very watchful for that. Now comes the current issues. For current issue, if there is any current issue for your exam setting, I will be guiding you on that as well, that what is the definition of a current issue in AAA paper. But if there is a current issue, see what is the examiner telling you. Can be tested anywhere in the paper. So if there is a current issue, there is no placement of the current issue. It can be tested anywhere. It can be in question 1, it can be in question 2, it can be in question 3. So it can be tested anywhere in the syllabus. Now you have to be very watchful. You know there are 7 syllabus areas, A to G, and you have just seen how the syllabus areas are connected with the section A and section B. And you just got a perspective of how your syllabus is connecting with your 100 marks paper. Now, to give you a better perspective of that, if I take on my Word file, which I use as a whiteboard, and I'll be sharing this Word file every time I write something on it with all the students so that you can take a printout of this file and maintain notes. Now, I'm using this Word file for the first time for my orientation lecture, and what I am guiding you is uh, the syllabus versus the paper format, the syllabus versus the AAA paper. So let's find out how the syllabus connects with the AAA paper. Now, this will really help you when you start preparing yourself for exams. So you know how the syllabus is connecting with the AAA paper. Now, first of all, you should know that there are 7 syllabus areas, right, which run from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, when you look at the syllabus area A, which is about regulatory environment, you look at the syllabus area B, which is about ethical and professional matters. You look at the syllabus area C, which is about practice management and quality control. You look at the syllabus area D, which is about planning the audit of financial statements, planning the audit of financial statements. You look at the syllabus area D, which is which is about completion, review, and reporting. I'm just making a correction to the syllabus area D. It's planning the audit of the financial statement, and it is also the audit of the historical financial statement, audit of the historical financial statements. So that's the complete title of the syllabus area D. Syllabus area F, other assignments, and the syllabus area G, current issues. Now, we know these are the syllabus areas which you will be going through in the syllabus. And we just got the relevance of how they connect with your paper. Now, in terms of connection, we are very sure that the syllabus area A / B and /C, this is an open syllabus area, or rather this is a flexible syllabus area. This is a flexible syllabus areas which can be examined in question number 1, 2, or 3. So these are the most open syllabus areas which can be examined in question number 1, 2, or 3. But now when we look at the syllabus area D, we are very confined. Syllabus area D is only examinable in question 1. Is only examinable in question 1. Then we come to the syllabus area, E, and syllabus area F is only examinable in question number 2 and question number 3. Or to be very specific, question number 2 comprise of the syllabus area E, and the question number 3 confined of the syllabus area F, if you want to make it very particular. Question number 2 comprise of the syllabus area E, question number 3 comprise of the syllabus area F. But do also remember that in the question number 1, 2, 3, syllabus area A, B, C is flexible. So the flexible area can be in question number 1, the flexible area can be in question number 2, and it can be in question number 3. But are there any static areas? Yes, the syllabus area D is very static. The syllabus area D is very static. It will only be in question number 1. Syllabus area E and F is very static. You will find the syllabus area E in the question number 2, and you will find the syllabus area F in the question number 3. So you have to have a very clear picture of your syllabus, which is not a very broad syllabus, just 7 syllabus areas. It's not long, but you also need to know how it connects with your section A and section B. So this file is important. You should take a printout of it and maintain it. Now, moving further from the syllabus versus the paper, this is not just the end. You should remember that when you look at the AAA paper and you'd go down and you have a holistic picture of the AAA paper, you know that the AAA paper comprises of section A and the AAA paper comprises of the section B. And just before that, let's write over here, they're all compulsory. They're all compulsory, so there is no choice. Section A, section B. Now be very watchful. When you look at the section A, we know that section A consists of a question number 1, and the question number 1 is worth 50 marks, right? Now, ideally, when you look at the question number 1 for 50 marks, you have to break it down into 2 areas. Number 1, technical marks, which is 46 marks. And then you have the professional marks, like in any strategic level paper of ACCA. You have professional marks, and there are only 4 professional marks in the AAA paper, which is for writing the answer in a briefing note format. Writing the answer in a briefing note format. Writing the answer in a briefing note format. There is no different formats in AAA paper, right? Every time there is only one format in the AAA paper, which is a briefing note. And if you write your answer in a briefing note format, you will be getting 4 marks for that. And again, once you start the course, you will get a better idea for that. But when you look at the 50 marks, the 50 marks are divided into 46 technical marks and 4 professional marks. Now, when you look at the breakup of the 46 marks, logically, and you look at what they consist of. Now, an ideal question number 1 in the AAA paper, first of all, consists of risk assessment, which is the syllabus area D. Syllabus area D, which is must. Risk assessment, like you do that in the AA paper, audit risk assessment, but there are several risk assessments you have in the AAA paper, which you will get to know later. But risk assessment is an integral part of the 46 marks breakup, and in every exam setting, whether it is a new exam setting or an old exam setting, because I am teaching this paper since 2007. Since 2007 to 2020, every time the question number 1, the significant marks of the question number 1 is allocated on syllabus area D, which is risk assessment. And out of the 46 marks on average, 20 to 24 marks, 20 to 24 marks are allocated on risk assessment. So you can understand how significant this syllabus area is in the question number 1. 20 to 24 marks. Now, when you move down, what else comes in the 46 marks? There is an area known as audit procedures. Now, audit procedures is again a syllabus area D. Syllabus area D, audit procedures, which is normally known as substantive procedures if you look for the AA paper, but in the AAA paper, we call them audit procedures. And if you are a AA student, you must have heard a word known as substantive procedures. Examiner is very fond of asking audit procedures. Risk assessment is must, right? Risk assessment is must, and risk assessment is static. You cannot find any exam setting without it. Audit procedures, 4 out of 5 exam settings. 4 out of 5 exam settings. You will find audit procedures in the question number 1. 4 out of 5 exam settings, you will find audit procedures. So we cannot say this is static, but this is very regular. How many marks on average? On average, 6 to 10 marks. 6 to 10 marks on average. you will find this topic 4 out of 5 exam settings. Okay, what else can be in 46 marks? Ethical and professional issues. Ethical and professional issues. Ethical and professional issues, which is the syllabus area B. Now we know syllabus area B can be in question 1, can be in 2, can be in 3. Syllabus area B, 3 out of 5 exam settings. 3 out of 5 exam settings. 3 out of 5 exam settings. We have seen examiner asking for ethical and professional issues. Syllabus area B. How much marks? On average, 8 to 10 marks. 8 to 10 marks on ethical and professional issues. But we still know syllabus area B can be in question number 1 and can be in question number 2 and 3 at the same time. So it's not necessarily that you find ethical and professional issues in question number 1. You can still find them in question number 2 or 3. They can repeat in different context. So ethical and professional issue is again a very common area in question number 1. 3 out of 5 exam settings. Okay, lastly, there are other syllabus areas which do comes in question number 1. There is a syllabus area in question number 1 which is known as knowledge areas. Knowledge areas, which is the syllabus area A. Syllabus area A, knowledge areas. 2 out of 5 exam settings. 2 out of 5 exam settings. You will find examiner testing some knowledge which is pertaining to topics like fraud, topics like laws and regulations, topics like auditor responsibility for something. These are basic topics which you do in the AA paper, and these are basic topics which you will be doing in the syllabus area A of my course. Syllabus area A is a knowledge area, and at times you get some knowledge areas in the question number 1 as well for very less marks, 2 out of 5 exam settings, and on average 4 to 6 marks. Very less marks, 4 to 6 marks. And finally, practice management. Accepting a new client. You do this topic in the AA paper. Practice management, accepting a new client, which is the syllabus area C. I think in the recent past, this topic has come a lot. In the recent past means in the last 2 years, this topic has come a lot in the question number 1. Practice management. I would say in the recent past, considering the regularity of the practice management, I would rate it 3 out of 5 exam settings. 3 out of 5 exam settings. This has been a very regular topic. Practice management. Practice management is what you do in the AA paper known as accepting a new audit client. Something about the client screening and corresponding with the previous auditor. That this is all what we will cover in the syllabus area C of our course for AAA. So syllabus area C, practice management, 3 out of 5 exam settings, again on average 6 to 8 marks. So this is how things looks like in the question number 1, where risk assessment is an integral part, must part. You cannot find a question number 1 without syllabus area D, risk assessment. But the other areas like audit procedures, 4 out of 5, ethical and professional issues, 3 out of 5, knowledge areas, 2 out of 5, practice management, 3 out of 5. So syllabus area A, B, C, they can be in the question number 1, they cannot be. They can be for less marks, they can be for more marks. But syllabus area D is a must part of the question number 1. So please have a very careful breakup of the question number 1. When you are preparing yourself, you should know the topic you are preparing, and you should know where will I find this topic in my papers. So this is the breakup of the question number 1. Now, if I move on to the question in the section B comprises of 2 questions, right? Question number 2, 25 marks. And question number 3, 25 marks. Now, is there any ideal definitions of these papers? Yes. Just before I start on with section B, question 2, question 3, just write one thing very important here, that the question number 1 for 50 marks is set at the stage of planning. So at the stage of planning. The question number 1 is set at the stage of planning, which is a very important stage of audit, planning. So it's set at the stage of planning. Now the question number 2 of the paper is set at the stage of completion, review and reporting. It's set at the stage of completion, review and reporting. So that's the stage where the question number 2 is set at. Stage of completion, review and reporting. Now, because it is set at the stage of completion, review and reporting, so what ideally comes in question number 3, which is static, it is the syllabus area E. Syllabus area E is the static part, of this question. Because syllabus area E is completion, review and reporting. So mostly what you find in question number 2 as a static part, in the question number 2, either you get something from completion and review, or you get something from reporting. Reporting means the audit report, right? With which you are very familiar from the AA paper, the audit report. So at times the marks for audit report are less and marks for completion and review are more. At times the marks for completion and review are less and marks for reporting are more. So you might find some exam settings where completion and review has more marks or has less marks. Same happens with, you might find some exam settings which has more marks to reporting, and at times some exam settings where you have less marks for reporting. But again, you will not find an exam setting without reporting. You will not find an exam setting without reporting. Reporting is a must area. Audit report is a must area. So you will not find an exam setting without reporting. Marks might be more or less. Now, actually, what comes in completion and review? In completion and review, the examiner will ask you the evidence in working paper file. That's a proper topic which you will go through in my course. Evidence in working paper file. You have to, that is an activity at the stage of review where you are reviewing the working paper file. So evidence in working paper file is a stage of completion and review. You will come across this in my syllabus. That's a very prominent question. That's a very profound question the examiner puts in question number 2. Then ethical and professional matters can also be part of this question at the completion and review stage. Ethical and professional matters, which basically reflects the syllabus area B again, syllabus B, but they can be part of completion and review. Evidence and working paper file is basically the syllabus D, it's a syllabus E itself. You might find a question on quality control even. Quality control, which is again the syllabus area C as part of completion and review. A lot of activities can connect with completion and review, like the syllabus area B and C. But syllabus area E basically consists of the evidence in the working paper file, which is a very static area, and syllabus area E consists of the audit report. So not just the question 2 consists of the syllabus area E. You have already heard this, that the syllabus area A, B, C can also be in 2 and 3. So this is nothing strange. So apart from getting a syllabus area E in question number 2, can we get other syllabus areas like A, B, C in the question 2? Yes. So you can find the syllabus area B, ethical and professional issues. In the question 2, you can find quality control in question 2. There is another area known as going concern. Going concern area can also come in completion and review stage. Again, that's basically the syllabus area E, syllabus E. So these are 4 basic areas which falls under completion and review: evidence and working papers, ethical and professional matters, quality control, and going concern. Syllabus area E. In the reporting area, obviously finding a typical reporting question, as you do in the AA paper, finding a typical reporting question. A typical reporting question from the syllabus area E can be a regular feature of the question number 2. Now, there are so many types of reporting questions. Once you start the syllabus, you will get to know that. But the question number 2 basically consists of syllabus area E, which is a more integral part, a more static part of the question number 2. Sometimes the marks for reporting are more and completion and review are less. And sometimes it's the vice versa. In terms of completion and review, not just the syllabus area E is important. In terms of completion and review, you at time get questions from quality control, which is the syllabus area C. At time you get a question on ethical and professional matters, which is the syllabus area B. So there is quite a diversified, flexible syllabus which falls under completion and review, but at least there is a definition of a question number 2. The question number 2 is set at the stage of completion, review, and reporting. So you will only get those things in question 2, which belongs to completion of the audit, which belongs to the review of audit, and which belongs to reporting of audit. You will not get anything in the question number 2 which does not belongs to completion, review, and reporting. Finally, when you look at the question number 3, the question number 3 we say in AAA, it's the most open question. The reason why we say this is the most open question is because it is not confined. It is not confined to a stage of audit. There is no stage of audit to this question. The question number 1 is set at the planning stage. The question number 2 is set at the completion and review and reporting stage. The question number 3 is not confined to a stage. It's the open question. Anything can happen in question 3. It's the most experimental question. Is there anything static in question 3? Let's find out that. Syllabus area F. Syllabus area F is the most common, most regular feature of question 3. Question 3. This can be 4 out of 5 exam settings. 4 out of 5 exam settings. 4 out of 5 exam settings. Syllabus area F, which is other assignments. So other assignments is a very regular feature of the question number 3. But what if other assignments don't come in? 4 out of 5. What if the examiner gives you something else in the question number 3? Then we know what is the else, right? The else is the syllabus area A, syllabus area B, the syllabus area C can also come in question 3. I've told you so many times that the syllabus area A, B, C can be in question 1, can be in question 2, can be in question 3. We have seen several exam settings where question number 3 was not on other assignments. An examiner made a full question on syllabus area A, or examiner made a mixture question from syllabus area B and C. An examiner didn't ask for syllabus area F. So can there be a miss of syllabus area F? Yes, because it says 4 out of 5 exam settings. So 4 out of 5 exam setting means that there might be a chance that syllabus area F will not come in your exam setting. But at least, if you have seen this analysis in the last 40 minutes, you have a predictable track of AAA paper. You have a predictable track of question number 1, 2, and 3. You have a predictable track of the syllabus connecting with the paper, which might really help you down when you're preparing yourself for the AAA exams. Okay, the last thing now, the current issues. We've done the paper analysis, but we didn't find current issues anywhere. Let's find the definition of the current issues. What are current issues for AAA paper? What are current issues for AAA paper? Current issues are only examined in AAA paper when the examiner writes an article on current issue. Current issues are not very common in AAA paper, and in last 5 years have only been examined 3 times. So you can imagine how rare they are. But when will they be examined? Only when the examiner will write an article on it. Now, you need to understand that the last time the examiner wrote an article on a current issue was way back uh, in, guess, somewhere around September 2019, and this article was written on data analytics. And data analytics was basically an emerging issue at that time. And there was a high chance that examiner might ask data analytics. It was written in August. So there was a high chance that examiner might ask data analytics in September exams 2019. He didn't. December 19 didn't. March 20 didn't. June 20 didn't. And all of a sudden, this data analytics article, which was written by the examiner in August 2019, it was examined in September 2020 exams for just 5 marks for knowledge. We know knowledge, current issue is a knowledge area. That's nothing strange. And normally whenever we have seen examiner asking you current issues, examiner has not asked current issues more than 10 marks. In last 5 years, they've only come 3 times. Maximum number of marks are 10, minimum number of marks are 5. And what the examiner tests from current issue? The knowledge given in the article. And that was tested for 20, that was tested in September 2020 exams for just 5 marks. Now, is there any current issue for December exams? Is there any current issue for March exams? For June exams coming up? We cannot be sure of that unless and until the examiner writes an article. Now, even if a month before your exam, the examiner writes an article, it can become important for your exam settings. So I as a tutor, you as a student needs to be very watchful. So currently, when you're starting your syllabus for December exams, your March exams, or June exams, there is no current issue. If there is a current issue, your tutor will tell you. If there is a current issue, your tutor will give you a lecture on that. If there is a current issue, your tutor will give you proper resources on that. So nothing to worry about. But again, I hope you must have got to know that current issue doesn't come every single exam setting in AAA. In last 5 years, just thrice, and only when the examiner writes an article. So if the examiner writes an article, I will be informing you, I will be guiding you, I will be giving you a lecture on that. The last time there was an article on current issue was on data analytics, which was published in August 19, and this article was finally examined in the September 2020 exams for 5 marks. So this is the importance of the syllabus area G. But syllabus area G can be tested anywhere in the question paper. It can be in 1, 2, 3. This question for 5 marks on data analytics came in the question number 1. So it can be placed anywhere. But again, you should not be worried about current issues. I think the worrying point for you is the 6 syllabus areas, A, B, C, D, E, F, on which you will be getting a rigorous course for advanced audit and assurance, being myself being your tutor. So this was just an orientation session guiding you about the different syllabus areas, the paper format, and how things connects with within this. I hope you had an insightful session in terms of the syllabus areas connecting in terms of the paper format, how the paper format goes in, and so on and so forth. Now, just towards the last thing, is that my syllabus area my syllabus, my course for AAA is divided into 4 blocks. What I have done is that I have For the syllabus area A, which is the regulatory environment, I have referred my syllabus as block 1. For the syllabus area B and for the syllabus area C, I have referred my course as block 2, block 2. So block 2 covers syllabus area C and B. Then I have a block 3 and block 3. My block 3 covers the syllabus area D and E. Then I have a block 4 which covers the syllabus area F. So I have divided my course into 4 blocks. Current issue, I cannot do anything about that unless and until that is published. If it is published, I'll do a lecture on it. But there are 6 syllabus areas minus the current issues, right? So if you look at the 6 syllabus areas minus the current issues, and you look at how things will be covered in my syllabus, my course versus the AAA syllabus. So what I have done in terms of my course versus the AAA syllabus, I have 4 blocks. I have divided the course into 4 blocks. The block 1, the block 2, the block 3, and the block 4. Now you need to understand this carefully. The block 1 consists of the syllabus area A, which is the knowledge areas, The block 2 covers the syllabus areas B plus C, which is ethical, professional matters, plus quality control, plus practice management. So all that falls under my block 2. Then in the block 3, I again have 2 syllabus areas, syllabus area D and syllabus area E. So in the block 2, you will find topics like planning, risk assessment, audit procedures, and in the syllabus area E, you will find topics like completion, review, and reporting. So that's where the block 3 will be. The block 4 covers just one syllabus area, which is the final syllabus area, the syllabus area F, which is other assignments. So that's how I have divided my syllabus into 4 blocks. So when I say block 1, you should know what is in block 1. When I say block 2, 3, 4, so I will be using the language of the block. So you should know what exactly comes in which block. Now, how will this course goes up? What I have planned is, considering what has happened in the AAA in the last few years and my association with this paper, is the block 1 is the unchanged block, right? This is the unchanged block, and because this is a block which comes once in a blue moon, it's a block which comes it is a block which is very irregular, and the syllabus in this block is the knowledge syllabus, where most of the things must be carried forward from the AA paper. So I have my pre-recorded lectures here, which I have recorded way back in 2018 and 19. Pre-recorded lectures, which I did in 2018 and 2019. I think one of them was done in 2020. I think that is the lecture 5. So what I will do is that there is a pre-recorded lectures pertaining from 2018 and 19, which I still consider as rigorous, which I still consider as robust, and I still it was still utilized by students preparing for September 2020 exams, because I didn't find any need of changing them because they're so up to date, because there is no change of syllabus in this knowledge areas of the AAA paper. So what I will be doing is I will be sharing with you my block one lectures. If I make a strategy for you in terms of block one, how would we go with block one? Just 1 minute. If I just can remove these things from here and just guide you in a very proper manner that how we should start things up. Um, okay, let's see the uh, approach to the AAA course. Approach to the AAA course, how things will be approaching. Okay, now how will I be approaching, right? Well, we will first start from block one. Start from block one, then two, then three, and finally four, obviously. And we will do current issues if there is any. Now, if I go with the block one first, right, which is basically the block which I'm saying is an unchanged block, which comes once in a blue moon, is an irregular block, and it is basically the syllabus area A, which is knowledge areas, and these are lectures which I pre-recorded in 2018 and 19. I think one of my lecture was recorded in 2020. Now, how many lectures are there? There are a total of 5 lectures. Lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4. Right, just give me 1 second if I can just confirm, are there 4, are there 5? Okay, fine, there are 5 lectures, right? So lecture 5. So there are total 5 lectures, which makes up the block 1. The knowledge block. Syllabus area A covers every topic of syllabus area A. And again, this is an unchanged block. This is a block which is irregular, once in a blue moon. This is a block where you just need to re-explore your AA knowledge, and there might be some new topics. So this is a block which does not keep updating every time. The block 2, the block 3, the block 4, they need updations. So there, for those blocks, you will be getting my new lectures, which will be recorded on a weekly basis from now onwards and will be shared with you. By the time you finish off with the block 1, the 5 lectures, automatically you must have got many lectures of block 2. By the time you finish those many lectures of block 2, you will be getting more lectures of block 2, then block 3, then block 4. So there will not be any bottleneck, because I will be starting to record these lectures as of now, which is very latest, and I keep sharing them with you. So block 2, block 3, block 4, they're up to date, they're rigorous, they're recorded as of now. But again, block A is a block where I don't find any need of re-recording. So I have been using them, and my students have been using them for preparing for exams in March 2020, June 2020, September 2020, because there is no change in this block in terms of marking schemes or in terms of the contents and anything. So I'll be sharing these 5 lectures with you, and by the time you finish off these 5 lectures, you will be getting across the lectures for block 2, then block 3, then block 4 in a gradual manner, so you will have no bottlenecks, and you will be getting lectures every week so that you can maintain a pace and you can complete the course within a stipulated time. I would ideally say that you should complete them in 10 days. In 10 days, you should complete these lectures with proper notes, and with proper write-ups, your own write-ups. Now, when I share a lecture with you, you will play the video, and when you are playing the video, you will see that I will be writing something on the Word file. just I'm doing in the class today. So those Word files, which I refer as my support files, right? Those support files will be given to you for every lecture. So what you will do is that you will take a printout. Suppose you want to attend the lecture 1 today. So you will first take a printout of the lecture 1 support file. You will keep that with you, and then you start watching the lecture. Now, during the lecture, whatever I am writing on the Word file, you will already have that with you as a printout. If you want to add something, you can add something. If you want to write something extra, you can write something extra. So that will save a lot of time. Rather than you start to write something from zero, you already have the lecture file with you, which the tutor writes on the Microsoft Word during the conduct of the lecture. So you will be getting the 5 video lectures with the 5 lecture files. You should take a printout of the lecture file and then start to watch the lecture. That will save a lot of time, and those lecture files will become your notes. You can take a box file and you can put them in order in the box file, that okay, this is the lecture 1, I've done it, I've made my notes. Lecture 2, done it, made my notes. Lecture 3, done it, made my notes. Now, this is how you should be going in a sequential manner towards the block 1. The same strategy will be in the block 2, block 3, block 4. For every lecture I'll share, I'll be giving you my support file, and things will be going in the same manner ahead. Now, for every block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, I have my own notes. And when you start listening to my block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, you will see that I'm using a presentation during the conduct of the video lecture. Those presentation is my notes. Those notes will be shared with you in the Google Drive. I just want to show you that as well. You can see right on your screen, there is a Google Drive coming up. Just 1 minute. Okay, you can see this Google Drive folder in front of your screen, and in this Google Drive folder you can find my block 1 notes with articles, block 2 notes with articles. So if you are listening to my lectures of block 1, you can have my block 1 notes with you, and any article I recommend you to read, you can find that article within the block 1 notes and articles. Then you have the block 2 notes and the articles I will recommend you to read, block 3 notes and the articles I'll recommend you to read, block 4 notes and the articles I recommend you to read. If there is any current issue, I'll add the current issue in the folder. Then I've already included the mock paper with every answer and debriefing. The past question papers have been put here as well, so you can access those past question papers if you want to solve any question paper. I have included some of my answers as well in the folder, which I have written on my own so that you can refer them as guidance answers and a lot of summaries. I will be guiding you about the use of these resources as and when they're needed. Currently, you just need the block 1 notes and articles, and you need the block 1 5 lectures, and you need the block 1 support files to start working on the block 1. So that is it for the orientation session of Advanced Audit and Assurance. I hope you will have a productive course ahead, and this orientation session will help you plan things up. Thank you very much for joining the orientation session, and I'll see you back with the block 1 lectures followed by 2, 3, and 4. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Take care. It's Kashif Kamran signing off from this orientation lecture.